Ooh. Female predators and the horny Simps.
About 3 years ago, I made a video called The Creepy Female Teacher Epidemic. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever made about the bizarre double standard when it comes to female predators. And for a little while, I thought the internet slowed down on that. Whenever an article came out about a woman preying on a boy, the comments were full of people from all different political spectrums and all across the world condemning it. I even saw some news articles correctly calling it out for what it is. And I really thought we were finally moving away from this. I thought we finally moved past the creepy female predator double standard. Glamorous heiress, 45, charged with having sex with 14-year-old boy 4 times in one day. I regret to inform-
I remember this. God! And I remember all the dudes going like, where was she when I was in the school?
Inform you, the journalists are at it again. So let's just get this out of the way. She's hot, okay? She's a cougar, yes. But if I had an underage son, and a 45-year-old woman touched him, they would have to identify the body using a cotton swab. So let's break down this article, shall we? This godforsaken article, which by the way isn't even the worst part of this video. Wait until we get to the comments. An Australian horse heiress is saddled with charges after being accused of having sex with a 14-year-old boy 4 times in a single day. The glamorous mother of 2.
Glamorous!
Why do they keep calling her glamorous? Why that adjective? Literally glamorizing pedophilia. Imagine an article coming out about Jeffrey Epstein, like, charismatic philanthropist, 52, charged with making love to 14-year-old girl 4 times in one day. You shouldn't have to switch the genders to see how f***ed up this is, but alas. Who is the daughter of famed Aussie horse breeder Ross Daisley, strongly denies the accusations and intends to plead not guilty. Cops claim an unbridled Daisley molested the minor 4 times before 5 p.m. on May 20th last year. It's unclear whether the pair were known to each other prior to the alleged acts. Daisley's defense lawyer cried nay.
Nay?
However, prosecutor Daniel Richardson claims evidence straight from the horse's mouth.
What is it with those horse puns? What is going on? What
exists. Get it? Horses! Because her dad's a horse breeder! Haha, it's funny, cause she raped a kid. A recording reveals Daisley said, "I thought you were going to call the police on me. I thought we had placed this in a little box and thrown it deep in the sea."
What?
Daisley is a trained naturopath who founded the business Smart Cleanse, which offers 14-day detox plans. The company website reads, "Over a number of years, Savannah has helped tens of thousands of people detoxify their bodies, lose weight, heal their digestion, improve strength and fitness, eliminate stress, reverse the aging process." Yeah, I'm sure she'd love that. Overcome various adverse health conditions through the benefits of detoxification, and is passionate about doing so. Is this just an ad? Did I just read an ad? Is there a fucking ad for her company here? Am I reading an ad? Did she like sleep with this journalist? What is going on? Oh no, he's a full grown-ass man, never mind. This is who wrote this, by the way, this motherfucker, Andrew Court, who also wrote an article about how to please a hot MILF teacher. The author's barely disguised fetish. The language the New York Post uses here is probably the worst example of this I've ever seen. But if you can believe it, it is nothing compared to the comments. Good for him. Good for him. Glamorous. Lucky boy. Lucky kid. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty. Where were these women when I was 14? Where was she when I was 14? I believe it's called statutory. I call it lucky. The word is rape. You can't rape the willing.
I just no.
Minors can't consent.
Unga bunga, may God bless you with good fortunes, friendo.
Cool. But was he unwilling? What? The word is rape. Not if her partner consented. It's a child. They can't consent. That's like the whole thing. Let's just assume the boy was willing. It's not rape if he enjoyed it.
The internet was a mistake.
True. True.
What the fuck? But did he die? No. So who cares? Did the boy complain? That 14-year-old didn't complain about it, I guarantee. His parents did. Yeah, good parents then. I would be a little concerned if an adult was touching my child too. What? He probably wanted it. He told her he identifies as a 47-year-old man, so it wasn't her fault.
What? What?
This guy stinks!
Men can consent. When a boy becomes a man could be anywhere from 12 to 35? It doesn't even work to switch the genders on these people because then they just go, oh, well, boys and girls are different. Note that if this was a 14-year-old girl and a man, no one would be congratulating him. Girls and boys are different. Boys and girls are not the same. Men and women are different. Boys and girls are not traumatized by the same.
I just... Oh my god. Just like... Oh my... Oh my...
Thing. Flipping genders is silly because boys and girls are different. Shocking, I know. Girls will be traumatized and boys will be in heaven. Also, that's not even true. There's so many examples of men having serious relationship issues, love issues, sex issues growing up after they get molested by adults. Because boys and girls are different. Don't tell the libs. They think boys are girls and-
Don't tell the libs!
Now I understand why the CCP have the Great Firewall of China.
I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get that one. My bad. What? The hell is the CCB? I'm sorry. I'm stupid once more.
Girls are boys.
I think he meant CCP. I still don't know what CCP is. Chinese Communist Party. Oh. Now I get it. Oh god.
They all they get molested by adults. Because boys and girls are different. Don't tell the libs.
Yeah, the two videos showed it on this topic put me into rage. Understandably so! Understandably so! Like, this is insane! Holy shit.
They think boys are girls and girls are boys. They also think XX people can do XY jobs. What the
what?
fuck? Libs own.
What?
The libs
Are the good old-fashioned CCP.
Liberals are outraged about this thread. Keep in mind, these are the same people disgusted are also fighting for pedophilia to be normalized. That's you right now! Yes, there's a problem with
literally, like, what?
Wanting to, like, destigmatize pedophilia. And there's all these people who co-opt progressive language to push it. Yes, I've made, like, 70 million videos about this, but right now, you are the one doing that. Let's compromise. Boys can consent, but-
Thank you for the sub, Lobster Man.
Lobster_man just subscribed.
That's a great name. Thank you so much for the sub.
Girls can't. You're just virtue signaling right now and can't comprehend because you're a woman that boys and girls have different levels of vulnerability at that age. There's such thing as different genders. Young men and young girls are different sexually. I love the young men and young girls because he knows typing young boys makes it obvious how fucking creepy this shit is. You're just saying this because you want Patreon donations from all the woke libs who pretend little boys don't get horny and are not different from little girls. This is virtue signaling. What a great advertisement. If you don't support pedophilia, donate to my Patreon. No, seriously, this video is probably demonetized, so please do if you can. Link in the description. Listen, when Pirates of the Caribbean
I
came
don't know
out,
if
I
it
was
is.
14 years old, and Johnny Depp
Yeah,
was, like,
yeah.
in his 40s, and I thought he was hot. Girls get crushes on men all the time.
Yeah.
Celebrities, pop stars,
Yeah.
YouTubers, teachers. There are girls who would also want it.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it okay.
Yeah.
And then Lydia from Timcast chimes in, I've been yelling about this for so long. That's because you're a woman.
Oh my God.
There are radically different standards for male behavior
Nah.
and female behavior. What harms girls does not harm boys. Okay, what if the
That is-
groomer in question was a man? What if
Yeah, what? Yeah.
this young boy was
mhm.
attracted to this older man, which happens,
What then,
and
huh?
the boy
What then?
wanted it. Oh, what changed? Suddenly little boys aren't men and can't consent? Just admit you're a f***ing coomer projecting your sexual fantasies onto literal child victims. Some kids can consent. What? Is this f***ing you, sir? Talking about NAMBLA? The Man-Boy Love Association? What is the difference between you and NAMBLA? Both of you think little boys can consent. I'm starting to notice a pattern here.
Jimmy on a beat, boy.
Okay, okay, groomer.
Oh no.
Whatever you say, groomer. Okay, okay, groomer. Groomer. Whatever
my
you say,
God,
groomer.
no.
Okay, okay, groomer. Groomer. Whatever you say, groomer. Okay, okay, groomer.
I've seen people being called groomers just for, like, having a gay flag in their Twitter bio. And I gotta say, not a fan of this whole watering
Hi,
down the
Gus.
term groomer. Not a fan of watering down terms like that. Never have been. I've been screaming for years how bad it is to water down terms like Nazi and fascist. Same exact energy. Especially right now with organizations like Prostasia popping up. Prostasia, which, if you've seen my video on it, is a tax-exempted pedophile club. We don't really want to create a boy who cried wolf situation here, because, like, I'm called a Nazi every single day. It gets to the point where, like, someone tells you someone's a Nazi and you're like, is he a Nazi or is he like a Nazi? Not normal, not good. It's
What
why
the
so many people winded up accidentally defending
The-
Richard Spencer.
And that's even more true nowadays. Like, how old is this video? A year old? And it's, like, it's getting worse and worse, and people are just calling people a Nazi as if they're calling someone stupid. It's... They will follow McTwiston.
back in the day, because everyone and their mom was being called a Nazi. So when a real Nazi
Child lover club? Bruh.
Bruh.
enters the scene, everyone's like, he's probably just kind of edgy online, like all of us. Now imagine that happening to the term groomer. Like, I don't know how these people are throwing around the term
Aye.
groomer at things like Lego using a rainbow flag, and then straight up supporting statutory rape. Like,
What
make
the
it make
fuck, man?
sense. So
What
here are
the
some
fuck,
comments
man?
from the article itself. These are just
Oh.
she did what with how old? Kid must have been hung like a horse. Oh
Ah!
god. So she enjoys eggplant. Don't make her a bad gal.
What? What? What?
Where were these women when I was
That
14?
is-
To be
that
honest, I
is-
was a bit immature at 14, but at 16 I began coming of age and really
What?
hitting my stride. I would have been all 7 inches in. Why? Why? She's been a bad girl and needs a spanking. I would have blown several loads into every orifice of her hot smoking body.
What
Some of these
the
comments I swear were
fuck?
written with one hand.
Oh yeah, she needs a good spanking.
Boomers are so, like, relentlessly horny online. Like, unapologetically horny. Like, they'll post the most depraved shit just out in the open with their full name and, like, a picture of them and their family and their Facebook profile photo.
Holy shit.
Zero shame. Like, they almost have my respect. The judge is obviously
Almost.
a progressive who doesn't have a clue. Why do they gotta make it about politics? Why is it
You know wood goes great with peds. Wood chippers.
Give me a fox. Oh my god. That's a great name.
the libs and the progressives and the Well, the Democratic men are too busy having their nails done to service their crazy old ladies. Do you
What?
smell toast? Does anyone else smell toast? Can't the willing. Unfortunately, you can. Statutory. should not apply when the kid is a boy. Lucky kid should have kept his mouth shut. What's wrong with these Nancy boy kids these days? They don't know a good thing when they got it and are too dumb to keep their mouth shut. That kid should have been proud and shut his mouth. Where were chicks like this when I was 14? Why can't some guys keep their mouths shut? Can't believe the ungrateful kids snitch. These young boys these days are soft. I was sexually active like a rabbit at 14. My lips would have been sealed. He probably told a friend who told a friend who told a friend. Kids really need to learn to shut up. If it's true that the kid did have sex with her, let this be a lesson to those thinking about having sex with someone under 18. Ah, finally, somebody normal. Yes, let this be a lesson. Don't do it. Especially when you are boozed up. Teenagers don't know how to keep a secret. Oh. So it's not don't be a groomer because it's bad. It's don't be a—
This also shows the dichotomy of male versus female PDFS. Like, yeah, let's do this, but oh, if the roles were reversed, it's just yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got nothing more to add than what she already said. They just think, yeah, but boys and girls are different.
Rumor because kids will snitch. If you're like me and you're concerned with the growing normalization of pedophilia, you have to realize this type of coomer journalism is part of that. There was recently another article about a female predator. Texas teacher Helen Page accused of student romance. Student romance. That's what it's called now. And I love how they actually have a mom shot here for once because she's not hot. But like USA Today recently published an article about how pedophilia is misunderstood and cited one of Prostasia's favorite doctors, Dr. James Cantor, the same James Cantor who said that he wants to add the P in the LGBT. Great sources, USA Today. So
I will throw up after hearing that.
maybe now is not the time to repeat map talking points, like maybe the boy wanted it and some kids can consent. Now, just to be perfectly clear, I do not think the people saying this are all literal pedophiles themselves. I know they're just putting themselves in the kids' shoes when they were that age and thinking of all the teachers and the older women they had a crush on. But by saying things like this, you are pushing the rhetoric that kids can consent. And that's dangerous. That is part of the normalization. So that's the end of this video. I hated it. Have a wonderful day. And next time you see somebody saying, "Where was she when I was a kid?" send them this video. Goodbye.
Hello and welcome.
He has a shoe on his head. He has a shoe on his head.